Welcome, dear ones. We are known as the consciousness of Gaia. And as this consciousness of Gaia, we are known as the Earth and all of her inhabitants, all of the elemental beings who live in the waters, all of the elemental beings who live in fire, the elemental beings who live in the air, the elemental beings who nurture the earth, the ground, the soil, the trees. And I am also a planetary consciousness as a planet. And so we want to welcome you. I will often use interchangeably the words we and I, as we are speaking through this conduit voice known as worth. This beautiful voice is helping us to transmute the information that is necessary for humanity right now. As things continue to shift and change on the earth, you too are changing and shifting on the earth. And so we want you to know that this is a beautiful part of the process. We want you to think of this as the season of winter. And therefore, in the winter, it is time and a space for you to be able to rest, rejuvenate, and discover or uncover more of who you are. We invite you to find ways to nourish and nurture yourself in nature, no matter what the weather is. Perhaps sit outside for a moment and enjoy the water dropping off of leaves. Or have you ever really examined fruit before that was growing on a tree? Just being in that moment with it, building reverence for the trees, for the soil, for the fruit on that tree, brings you back into a space of harmony and connection. We encourage this with you, for we know this is a difficult time for humans. We know there is much fear, and we know there is much change and chaos. This is the natural state of things, is chaos, is it not? And so we want to remind you that in order to move away from chaos, it takes a lot of inertia or energy. Those scientific laws that come into place. It takes effort, energy, inertia to change yourself. It is true, and it will often be spoken on this channel, that in order to heal the earth, you must heal yourself. This is the best way to do so. For when you heal yourself, you find yourself having more compassion. You are nourished, you are fed, you are willing to offer compassion for yourself and others. You are willing to offer compassion for yourself and others, as well as forgiveness and gratitude. For in order to change the earth, in order to bring harmony back onto the earth with all of the animals and the plants, humans are a part of this. Your path is to find your way back to your authentic self. Allow yourself to open up to that journey more and more, moment by moment, day by day, present moment by present moment. Build reverence for yourself, dear ones. As you continue to heal, you will notice that the planet will also heal as well. Be blessed, dear ones. Welcome, dear ones. We are the consciousness known as Gaia. And we come through this beautiful voice known as Alicia Worth. This one, Alicia, has had much trepidation about what is happening on the planet right now. For there is great chaos and there is great confusion and there is great fear, and yet there is also hope and joy, harmony. So through her voice and through her eyes, we encourage you, like we've encouraged her, to recognize yourself. Recognize yourself as that I am presence. What does it mean, that phrase, I am that I am? For it simply means that being a human is love, connected to everything. You human are connected to the plants, you are connected to the animals, you are connected to the earth with your very breath. For you are a soul having a human experience, and you are a human having a soul experience. So we want you to enjoy it. You've come to the planet at this time in history to enjoy this time, to create like never before, and to break away from what no longer serves. This is a joyous time. It is a time to rejoice and play and create. You cannot do that if you do not remember who you are. So we invite you to find a way to open up to more of who you are. How do you do that? You find joy. What brings you joy in the moment? Is it working on a science project? Is it working with the soil in the earth? Is it playing or communicating, connecting with an animal? The thing that brings you joy opens you up to more and more of your own creativity, your own uniqueness, your own authenticity, your own sovereignty. So we invite you to play. It is often said that the earth is a playground, and in a way it is, but it is also a place for you to learn and grow, heal. And you do so. As you do so, it will continue to unfold and help you to remember more of who you are, more of that loving, peaceful, abundant being of what it is to be human. Remember to offer yourself compassion, offer yourself forgiveness when you're not being in your highest moment, when you're not at your very best. For you cannot always be at your very best, for you are here to learn, you are here to grow. So even during the stumbling blocks, you are still growing. Each moment is a new moment to create something new. Similar to a human baby as it learns to explore its environment, we want you to explore your environment. But first you need to be able to crawl before you can walk, before you can stand, before you can run. It is a process, dear ones. The human design was created in a way that will build great awareness, connectivity, harmony, in ways that have not yet been seen or explored or witnessed. The human is a brand new creation, and you have only just begun. You have only just begun this process. When we tell you that the human is a brand new creation, we tell you this because we want you to understand that moment by moment, you are creating something new. So while one might say in a scientific terms, no, humanity has been around for quite a long time. And while this is true in the history books and in the linear time frame, humanity has only been around for a blink of an eye. So in the terms of the eternal galaxy, the eternal universe, the human creation is new. And as the old pieces and parts die away, the beginnings of you learning how to crawl, as you begin to learn how to walk, as you stumble to be able to stand and then be able to walk, be graceful with yourself. Allow yourself to tumble back down to a crawling space once in a while, and then come back up to standing, and then walking, and then running. What will you create day by day, moment by moment, piece by piece? Yes, there are many things on the planet that need addressing, and we encourage you that the way to address them is not with your mind. It is with your heart. It is with the process of you healing yourself first, accentuating your positivity, accentuating the things that you love, the things that bring you joy, the things that perhaps no one else notices, but you do because it brings you joy. Perhaps you simply smile. You walk down the street and you smile at another person and they smile back and it brings you joy. This is the healing that we speak of. When you see an animal who is injured or hurt and your heart goes out to want to help them or assist them in any way, that is healing. It brings you joy to be able to help that animal. But when you focus on the suffering of that animal, when you focus on the pain that it brings you and the judgment that it creates or the attitude that it creates of humans are awful and terrible, this compounds the problem, you see. There is no peace in those thoughts. It compounds the problem and only adds more when you focus on the pain and on the suffering of the animals. So we invite you and encourage you to forgive those whom harm the planet, whom harm animals, and then forgive yourself as well. Be in this eternal state of forgiveness. Forgiveness and gratitude are states of being, you see. So allow that to open up. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're not striving for perfection, dear ones. You already are perfect. You came here to the planet to be messy and flawed and learn, learn through this process. You already are perfect. You're not striving to become perfect once again. You're striving to expand, to grow, to become even more of who you are. So recognize, dear ones, that you are that. Recognize, I am that I am. So continue to be with yourself, be in a state of harmony with yourself to the best of your ability, moment by moment, so that we can co-create together a harmonious coexistence between humanity and all beings on the planet, known as elementals, the elemental beings of the earth, air, fire, water, the elemental beings known as the mo'o, the elemental beings in the air known as birds, dragons, those with the winged one. These are all our relations. Humanity is part of this when we so choose so. Humanity is part of it and connected to the all that is. So continue to remember who you are, recognize who you are, and be in a space of gratitude for this process. Be blessed, dear ones. Enjoy your journey.